Everybody, it's Casey, and welcome back to the Inspire Fitness podcast. I'm super excited, as always, that you are here today. And I am talking about one of my favorite components, technically in my program, but I think it relates really, really well to success in your fitness. And today we're just going to chat about the importance of community and why it matters because community, consistency, and technically why you need women in your corner and how this can help support your goals in life as well as in particular with your fitness. So, I am just getting home from a handful of days being away with my own community of women, which is why this is on front of mind for me right at the very moment. So, I am part of a business community and I was away for a handful of days to Manhattan Beach in southern, should be sunny Southern California. It was not so sunny when I was there. However, it was a bit rainy pretty much the entire time I was there, unfortunately. I did get out and still was able to see some sights and enjoy some of the weather a bit before it started downpouring for the majority of the time. But when they say it never rains in Southern California, let me tell you, it does. It does rain in Southern California when I was there. So anyway, it was a wonderful little getaway. But essentially, I've been a part of, I'd call it a business mastermind group, a group of entrepreneurial women who are in the same space that I am in, which I joined this group approximately about a year ago because I feel very isolated in the work that I do. Not only am I kind of isolated in my own little rural community, there's not a lot of female entrepreneurs near me. And if there are, many of them are not completely virtual and doing virtual fitness type work online. So I felt a really strong need to have a connection with others in my community and in my space so I could just bounce some ideas off of them and kind of talk about some of the common struggles and challenges and talk about some goals that I had for myself and what are the best strategies and methods and things to do in this kind of work because it is a little bit different, right? Like many of you have colleagues and peers in your profession, and for me I was just really struggling to find that and was finding myself on my own little teeny tiny island. So about a year ago, I joined this community and really felt a strong connection to a lot of these women. We were doing similar work. Were kind of generally women in the same age range. Kind of many of us had children, so a lot of commonalities among us. And then we're kind of building these unique businesses that are virtual in nature and kind of tend to be a little obscure and don't always follow the normal business patterns, right? So I felt a connection to this community, and I'm just coming away from spending a couple of days with all of these wonderful ladies. And let me tell you, it is inspiring to be in a room or be in a community of women with similar goals who face similar challenges. And it is definitely inspiring because they're doing things in parts of their businesses that I'm not yet. And it really inspires me to work harder and to do things differently. And they have some really great ideas and suggestions. And it overall is just as wonderfully inspiring and motivating to be around people who are working towards similar goals, right? So here's the parallel, right? When we come into the fitness space, the one huge component that I think is so important about the Inspire Fitness program is that community. And I hear this over and over and over again from my clients, feeling that they have support. They have women in their corner. They have women who they don't even know because they live across the country from them and they've never met them in real life, but they feel a connection because they are working towards similar goals and they may run into similar challenges. And you know what? My son just graduated from high school last year, and that was really emotionally challenging for me. And I had to struggle with my fitness during that very busy time of that senior year. And that same woman across the country has also experienced that, right? So we have this connection to one another through similar life experiences, and that can be so incredibly powerful. So I want to set the tone by giving you all a quote. I know I end the episode with a quote, and I do have a good one at the end of the episode as well, but to share a quote from James Clear. Okay, Atomic Habits, you all know this. Most of you know this about me. One of my favorite books. He has a lot of wonderful tips and a wealth of information on behavior change. But he says, let me quote, one of the most effective things you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the norm. Okay? One of the most effective things that you can do to build better habits is to join a culture where your desired behavior is the norm. Okay? So I didn't join a culture, a community of women who had failing online businesses, right? Like I joined a community and a culture of women who had thriving and pretty amazing and awesome online businesses that have been in this space for a long time. My mentor is a woman who has a lots of knowledge and experience in this space, right? Like I'm joining this community. Yes, I might feel a little inadequate compared to them, but that's okay because their behavior is my desired behavior. I have goals to have long-term success within my business. I still want to be in this space 3 years from now, 5 years from now. And so when you join that community and that culture of active women who prioritize their health through their fitness and make fitness a priority, it becomes so much easier for you to strive for that goal and for you to build the habits to sustain and keep you there. Okay. And you may feel a little inadequate at times. It is okay. It is 100% okay that you may not feel to the point where they are all at 100% of the time. And that is okay. That's not the point, right? And we don't want to get into a competitive spirit or nature with this either. But what we want to do is recognize like, these are my people. This is where I want to be. And I need to work on my habits and I need to do some things in my routine and build the structures and build the systems to help get me there. So that becomes a lot more easier for me to continue with these habits long term so I can see the desired results that I'm working towards: better fitting clothes, more muscle definition, increased energy, overall health, strength, stamina, endurance, right? All of these great things. Okay. So let's talk about why this is the secret weapon inside the Inspire Fitness community, especially ladies, you know it, you know what's coming, especially as we head into the holiday season. So, James Clear shares a very important principle, and he talks about how environment shapes our habits. And he says that we don't rise to our goals, we fall to the levels of our systems and our surroundings. So, health becomes easier when it's not something that you are doing alone, right? Like, have you ever made a choice or attempted to do something, maybe going into a party situation where you're like, I'm going to choose to not drink alcohol, or I'm going to choose to not have dessert. And you are the only person in that entire room that is making that choice. And how does that feel for you? You may rise to that goal, but it becomes very, very difficult to do that. Now, picture it differently. If you walked into a room where not a single person was drinking alcohol and not a single person was opting to have that dessert, that would be the norm. And it would be very, very easy for you to continue with that behavior that you set out to accomplish. And so, women in the Inspire Fitness program, or women over 40 in general, often feel like they are the only one in their circle of friends or in their family or at their workplace who are trying to make improvements to their health, who are trying to eat better, trying to lift weights consistently, or tracking their steps, right? You hear it. You hear the rumbles, maybe from your spouse, your partner, maybe from your kids or your coworkers, right? They're like, what are you doing? Why are you worrying about that thing on your wrist? Like, why are you not opting for this delicious dessert? Or what are you talking about? You had to get up early this morning to get your workout in, right? We hear the rumbles from the people who are not trying to do the things that we are trying to do, right? But when you join an environment where fitness is normal and women are showing up consistently, that behavior becomes almost automatic. And you stop negotiating with yourself and you stop feeling weird about prioritizing yourself because it's like, this is the norm. This is what everybody is doing. And I don't have to keep fighting that decision. Like, should I or should I not? It just becomes, this is what people are doing. That's what I want. That's what you want deep down, right? That's what you want. But it becomes so much easier when you surround yourself with that community. Okay, so what does make the Inspire Fitness community so special? We're going to talk a little bit about this. It is an incredible community of women. Hundreds of women have joined this Inspire community, and I'm almost to the point where I'm calling it a movement because I really believe that it is so very unique and special. Um, we have diversity. Okay, we are at all different places in our life. Most of us, yes, are over the age of 40, but some are younger. Some are late 40s, mid 50s, early 60s, late 60s. Like that's a pretty diverse range of ages. We have women from various parts of the world. Like, yes, most of us are here in the United States, but we have a lot of representation from Canada and other countries. We have different lifestyles and responsibilities. Like some women have, very high uh, career responsibilities. Other women in the community work from home and are stay-at-home moms. And so level of responsibility in our work can vary. Some are moms, some are not. But regardless, like we have a commonality, okay? We want to show up. We want to feel strong. We want to feel confident and in control of our health. And that is what we share. And this is where this community of women, the desired behavior is truly normal. We show up for our workouts. Like that's the norm. I post the workouts Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yes, in between, right? Like I post these workouts regularly and you choose to show up for them because that's the expectation. Like that is the normal behavior within the community. We talk about, in the nutrition community, we're talking about protein, we're talking about tracking our food, and we're talking about hitting our fiber goal, we're staying within our calorie deficit if we're working towards fat loss. We're celebrating non-scale victories. This is an amazing norm that I love in the community, right? Like we're not just talking about pounds lost. How many times you scroll through the Inspire Fitness community and yes, we share those victories, but more often than not, we're talking about lifting heavier weights. We're talking about my pants now fit me that didn't fit me 2 years ago, or I could, bench press my heaviest weight today. Like non-scale victories are a norm within this community. Not quitting every time life gets busy. We certainly see the challenges, right? Like I see the women falling off for a short period of time. I'm back to it after 2 weeks. I had 3 weeks. Something knocked me down. Life hit me down. Responsibilities at work, family situation. Maybe I was sick or injured, but I'm back, right? Like that's another norm in our community. And I love that, right? Like the expectation is, yeah, we can kind of fall off from time to time, but the norm is we get back to it. So this is what makes habit change work, truly, is seeing other women fit workouts in. You see women getting them done super early in the morning or after long days. I hear those comments all the time in the community. I didn't want to do it after work today, right? Like I rather would have sat on the couch, but guess what? I showed up and I got it done anyway. Or during messy seasons of life where there's just a lot of shit going on, right? And somehow we keep showing up. Maybe we back it off a bit. Maybe we don't hit every workout perfectly. Maybe we have to take the amount of time we spend in our workouts down just a little bit. But that woman keeps showing up, and that's a norm. The environment reflects the version of yourself that you want to become. And when you become a part of the Inspire Fitness community, you are reflecting that woman who prioritizes her health, who shows up during busy seasons of life, who doesn't give up, who keeps pushing forward and challenges herself and is aiming towards very tangible goals like better fitting clothes and having more energy and wanting to sustain these things for the long term. Okay. So I want to give a little message to maybe some of you who are like, yep, got it, Casey. I know this makes sense to me. I see it. I've been in the community for 2 years. I love that. I love that you've been with us for 2 years. But how engaged have you been in the Inspire Fitness community? You've gotten maybe a bit complacent with your commenting on the post. Perhaps you've gotten a bit complacent about checking the schedule every single week, right? The more engaged you become in an active community, that's where the transformation is really going to help carry you. Okay. The most successful clients aren't the fastest or the strongest. They are the ones that stay connected because that is what's going to help carry them through for the long term. Okay. So when you post a sweaty selfie or share your non negotiables or cheer someone else on, comment same when there's a struggle that really hits home for you, you're reinforcing your identity as a strong, capable, and consistent woman. Doing the workouts is one part, and that is amazing, fantastic, and I love that for you, right? But letting yourself become a part of the community is the accelerator, okay? That's what's going to take it up a level. That's what's going to help you not quit when it gets hard, right? Like that's what's going to carry you through some really difficult times because maybe it feels easy for you or it's felt easy for you for a long time, but you may find a point when you have to lean on this community and they are going to be there to help support you through that difficult time. Okay. So the hard truth that we all know, and I'm just going to say it out loud, fitness after 40 is not easy. It's anything but easy. But it's easier when we do it together. Okay. Most women feel like they're supposed to do it alone. They feel like they should know what to do on their own. They should be able to get this done, show up. It's a willpower kind of thing, right? Like, I can do this after work, after the kids, after all the mental load that we're feeling. But consistency isn't a personality trait, it is a support system, okay? And this community of women can help keep you grounded when life feels chaotic, okay? They remind you that the small steps count, that perfection isn't required, that showing up on a day where you just don't want to, but putting in the effort just to get it done, even if it's not the best, most perfect workout, like that is enough. And they also are there to help remind you that you don't have to start over every single Monday, okay? We can keep showing up consistently, progress over perfection, some of those key things that we hear time after time after time within that community. So, why, my friends, why do you need community during the holidays now more than ever? So, this is sometimes when the community gets a little bit more quiet, right? Like when more people might want to just like disappear, be like, I don't have time to check in there. I don't have time to like comment that I got it done, or I don't have, the extra energy that it takes to go support another woman in the community when she is feeling down, right? The routines start to fall apart just a little bit. Stress is high. Self-care feels optional or like a luxury, right? Like I got so much shit on my to-do list. Like I feel a little self-indulgent if I'm going to go and get my workout in or this extra, maybe little core, stretching, mobility, whatever it is. Like there's only so much time in a day, and I get that, okay? But this is exactly when that community makes the biggest impact. It keeps you accountable. It helps you stay intentional and it breaks that all or nothing cycle because it's really easy to fall into that trap, especially during high stress times when we only have a little bit of time to squeeze in a workout and we're like, oh, forget it. It's not happening today. Get away from that all or nothing trap. Like 10 minutes is better than none at all. 15 minutes is sure better than none at all. I can't do 35 today, but you know what? I could cut this workout in half. And I know I'm going to feel better if I at least show up and get half of this workout done. And then I'm going to go to the community and get a little bit of dopamine hit because I'm going to tell the group, like, I got it done. Mostly, I showed up when I didn't really want to. And some women are going to give you some props for that. I'm certainly going to give you some props for that, right? Like, you're going to stay accountable to it when you're connected to that community. All right. And it keeps you connected to the women who are moving with you. You don't need a perfect plan. You need that support. So lean into it. So I'm speaking to those in the Inspire Fitness community, but this is the same concept that we carry into the holiday boot camp. Okay. So if you're like, that sounds amazing, I want to be a part of that, come on and join us today. The day that this podcast episode drops is day one of the holiday boot camp. This is a 5-week fitness focused program. It runs very similar to what we have going on in the Inspire Fitness community. In fact, the women in the Inspire Fitness community love the holiday boot camp so much, they join the Facebook community. They come into it for the new energy, for those who are brand new, to help support them because they feel that connectedness and that energy going in that holiday boot camp. So if you're listening and you're craving a group where your goals are normal, you belong with us. You're going to get 5 weeks of fitness focused programming, guided workouts by me right there to help support you. All you got to do is push play, okay? You're going to get strong, simple, follow along workouts that are effective and efficient. You're going to get a community, access to the community, which is huge, accountability and coaching from me, structure. All right. You're going to get an exact schedule. You're going to know exactly what you need to do each week to help get you through the holidays without losing your momentum. In fact, you're going to build momentum. Like, you are going to build momentum with us over the next 5 weeks. Okay. So everybody says I'm going to start on Monday. Guess what? This is the Monday, and you're not going to have to start over next Monday, and you're not going to say, forget it until January. Okay, now, right now is the perfect time to jump in to the holiday bootcamp. I will put the direct link in the show notes. Come on and join us. And if you happen to not listen to this until Wednesday or Thursday or a week later, just come on and join us. I'll get you caught up to speed. I promise it will be worth your time and effort. Okay. So to wrap up, community is the reason that women can stay consistent. You know, I mean, I feel pretty confident in the workout program that I provide. Like, I think it's pretty good. It's not the best in the world. Like, I'm not, writing the best programming that there is in the entire world, but I feel real confident in what I'm providing to my clients. But that's not the reason that they stay. And I know that. The reason they stay is for the community. It is why women stay. It's because they feel supported. And it's why so many women in the Inspire Fitness community, they're not starting over every Monday, and they're not starting over every single January and going hard and crashing and burning come February 1st and saying, forget it. They've never stopped. Yeah, they may have missed a few workouts. Like, sure, that's going to happen. I mean, it's real life. But they keep showing up consistently because we're looking at the big picture, and they have that support to lean on. Okay. So you are not meant to do midlife alone. Oh my gosh. You are not meant to do midlife alone. There's so many challenges. We know that. I don't need to get into it. It's a whole nother episode. Midlife female challenges. Like, oh God, we could write a book, I guess. But you're not meant to do it alone. You've got support. You've got a community of women, and I'm here to help and guide you. I love that I get to facilitate this community. I can't take full credit for it because it truly is the women who are in this program who make it so amazing and so wonderful. So you got to come check it out, right? All right. Ending quote is this: you become the strongest version of yourself when you surround yourself with people who lift you higher. You become the strongest version of yourself when you surround yourself with people who lift you higher. I love that. So thank you so much for listening to the Inspire Fitness podcast today. I appreciate you. I would love for you to sign up for the holiday boot camp. If you are not already in the community, come on and join us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on my socials. You can DM me on Instagram, fit.nutritionist. You can also find me on my Facebook page, Casey Young RD CPT, or on my website, Inspire HW Everyone, I hope you have a wonderful week. It's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what happens in the holiday boot camp. It's going to be so incredible. We are officially kicking off today with workouts on Monday, and it's going to be a wonderful 5 weeks. So thank you for listening. Have a great week. Go crush it.